Well, hello there everybody, BugEater64 here, and today we're going to be flying in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and we're going to be flying the C46 by Airplane Heaven. Now, Airplane Heaven makes a decent aircraft. I mean, they're very detailed looking, and most of their systems work. So we're going to be flying the C46, which is a World War II vintage aircraft. Started out as a civilian aircraft with a pressurized cabin to carry passengers. But once World War II started, it was taken up by the military along with the C47 Dakota, and they got rid of the pressurization system and just put oxygen for the flight crew if they were going above 10,000 feet. So it turned into a cargo carrier and was made famous for flying over the hump in China. So we're going to be flying the Commando, and let's get to the aircraft, and we're going to start the procedures. So we'll see you inside. Okay, so here we are at Goodyear, just southeast of Phoenix, Arizona, and we're going to be flying to Roswell, KROW, and which is about 395 miles or 400 miles away to our east, and we're going to be taking this C46. So we'll see how it goes. Going to be trying to figure out the fuel system in this, but we'll get going and see how it all goes. So let's get inside the cockpit, get her closed up, and get things started. So let's get here. All right, let's close the rear cargo hatch. And we'll secure the aircraft. So that's good to go. Let's go ahead and first of all, let's take a look at how much fuel we've got on board. Okay, 58%. Now this has a range of 3,150 miles, but I'm going to add some fuel. Okay, front wing, center wing, aft wing. Okay, so let's see how that works. Now let's go ahead and set these up. I'm guessing that's the center. Gosh darn it, I have problems with this. Alright, so those are the center tanks. Let's get things set up here. So, first, pitch of the props all the way up. Parking brake is set. Flaps are up. Tail wheel is locked. Mixture to, let's see, we'll go ahead, and I'm going to put it on rich. And I'm going to crack the throttle to about there. Okay, these are the oil coolers. Let's open the cow flaps. Alright, so with that done, let's go ahead and turn on fuel pump for the right engine. Master switch, magneto on. Okay. Generator, inverter on. Battery on.
Goodyear ground Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra IFR to Roswell,
and
ready
we'll
to
go
copy.
ahead and click the starter. 1001, 1002.
Takeoff runway tree climb and maintain
Mesh.
7,000 feet.
And everything's good there. Now the primer.
415 tree.
Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra cleared to Roswell Airport is filed. Takeoff runway tree climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure on 125.45 squawk
looks like we got a
415
good
tree.
thing. And this, I deleted this landing rating.
Contact ground on 121.7. Good day.
That shouldn't be there. That is problematic. Anyway, okay, let's go ahead, and we should be running at about 1,000 RPM. Okay, so everything's looking good there. I want to take a look at fuel, see what's engine is burning fuel. And left wing center and right wing center. Or is it? Okay. Engine looks good. This is the center tanks, okay. So it should be. Alright, let's, okay. Fuel pump on. Magnetos to both. Starter, 2 seconds. 1,000, 2,000. Mesh, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, and let's see if we got a good start here. And it looks pretty good. Alright, so now we're gonna be flying. Let's see here. Should be about 70 degrees. Okay. Yeah, maybe about 75. This is a fairly long flight, so we want to try and use the Sperry, because that's the only thing we got. Okay, that looks like it's set up. Okay. And that looks good. So let's go ahead and request taxi. I think we're ready to go.
Goodyear ground Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra with Echo ready to taxi IFR.
Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra, taxi to and hold short of runway tree via taxiway Alpha. Contact tower on 120.1 when ready.
Very good.
Taxiing hold short runway tree via taxiway Alpha X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Okay, tail wheel is unlocked. We gotta go all the way down there. Some minor differential braking as we head down to the end of the runway, because at this end where this is 2-1 we need to hold short of runway 3. Actually, we don't need flaps to take off this aircraft. So I'm going to try that. We're going to put the flaps back up. You can see the indicator over here for the flaps. And let's go up here and look at this fuel one more time. And the left wings isn't. That's interesting. Why am I not? I'm using fuel in the left wing, but not the right wing. Let's take. I'm going to get rid of the co-pilot. And I'm going to get over here. That's all set. Huh. Get back over here. Pay attention to what you're doing, William. can't click that off. I wonder if it'll, once I get in the air, if it'll disappear. I have deleted my landing rate monitor software. So I don't know why this is still there. But it is. So we'll go down here to the end of the runway and turn around, although we don't need all this runway. Trees in the middle of the ramp. That's not good.
Goodyear Tower Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra ready for departure runway tree IFR to Roswell.
Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra, altimeter 29.90, wind 070 at tree. Cleared for takeoff runway tree.
Cleared for takeoff runway tree Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Okay, so we got our clearance. Lined up here. Forward a little bit. And lock the tail wheel. Okay. And let's go flying. About 70 miles per hour, 80, 90, and a little back pressure, and we are off. Alright, gear coming up. Climb about 500 feet a minute. So that all looks good.
X-Ray Golf Sierra, contact Luke, departure on 125.45. Good day.
And we will turn on our heading.
125.45 X-Ray Golf Sierra. Goodbye. Luke departure Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is passing 1,800 feet, climbing 7,000 feet.
Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Luke, departure altimeter 29.90, radar contact continue.
Let's get her trimmed up. Okay, 500 feet a minute climb rate. Let's go ahead and throttle back. Okay, so to get over the mountains, we need a lot of altitude. Okay, well, as you saw, I was very busy with the Sperry trying to play with it. It works, but it doesn't react the way I'm used to in other aircraft with the same system. But we've had, because of our fuel issue, we have had to divert. Instead of going to Roswell, we're going to Homestead, which we're on approach to now. And hopefully the landing will go good. I'm down to about usable about 93 gallons. I'm only getting fuel right now out of my right wing. It won't let me get fuel out of the left wing. So either there's something I've missed in this particular module with the fuel system, or it's got a glitch. It won't let me switch between left and right, back and forth, or like that. It will let me switch between the front, center, and aft tanks, but only either in the, to start with, in the left wing, and then once you move to the right wing, you can't move back. So there's no way really to keep the aircraft balanced, and that's important, because if your center of gravity goes bad, too far one way or the other, forward, back, left, or right, it makes the aircraft extremely difficult to fly in general. Now this aircraft doesn't appear to see, and here we're changing. I'm changing the let's see here, we're going to try and change the tanks. But yeah, there's a few glitches in this, but overall this thing flies really nicely. Okay, so we are on approach. Gear down.
X-ray Golf Sierra, wind 182 at tree. Clear to land runway 22.
Cleared to land runway 22 X-ray Golf Sierra.
Okay, landing lights are coming on, and I let my co-pilot handle my radio calls so I can worry about flying the aircraft. Once we got over 10,000 feet, we went on oxygen because this is not a pressurized aircraft. And at this point, I could turn it off, but I'm kind of busy flying the plane. Now, they did tell me to land on runway 22, but with my fuel situation the way it is, I'm going to pick this runway here, the closest one, instead of having to go down and around and hope I've still got fuel to come back with. This thing is drinking gasoline, so that is definitely a glitch. So engines at idle, because we're way high, but that's all right. So we're landing on runway 25. Okay, so we're down.
X-ray Golf Sierra, contact ground on 127.05.
27.05 X-ray Golf Sierra. Goodbye.
And we'll get up here to the taxiway and turn left. Then we'll contact and get permission for where they want us to park. Once we get up here, we'll go ahead and clean up the flaps. Alright, let's tune to ground.
Hollow and ground Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra taxi to parking.
Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway cross runway tree 4 cross runway 25 Foxtrot.
Taxiing to general aviation parking using taxiway cross runway tree 4 cross runway 25 Foxtrot X-ray Golf Sierra.
Okay, flaps are cleaned up, landing lights off. This really is a beautiful airplane to look at. And let's go ahead and get our oxygen off. Sorry about that, Joe. So, let's go ahead and we'll use a little differential braking to get into our parking spot, because the turning radius of this big old bird, even with the tail wheel unlocked, is not real sharp. So differential braking definitely plays a part. So go ahead and set the parking brake and tail wheel locked. Flaps are up. And we can go ahead and shut her down. And apparently I forgot to put the left side inverter and generator on, but we had plenty of electricity. Alright, we're going to put her back to cold and dark. So here we are at Homestead. And I hope you enjoyed the flight. All right, well, there you have it. The flight didn't go according to plan, of course. The C46 Commando is a very, very nice airplane. I really had a lot of fun flying with it. Uh, it's very easy to handle. It's a very docile aircraft. But is it perfect? Not by a long shot. Is it worth it? Oh yeah, I truly think it is. I'm glad I've got it, and I'm going to learn more about it. The fuel system, like the C47 DC3, when Airplane Heaven first put it out, it drank fuel. I couldn't fly any real distance. Now, that seems to be the same thing with the C46. I've got to maybe learn some more. It appears that when I started up the engines, I was only drawing fuel from the left wing. Then, once I changed and did the crossfeed, it only drew fuel from the right wing. This aircraft is supposed to have 3,150 miles of endurance. It doesn't at this point. So that's where we ended up in prom. I tried, and you can't, if I turn off the crossfeed, it kills in a very short few seconds. It'll kill my left engine. So there is an issue there. It's a bug apparently, and we'll look into that. Also, the Sperry gyro system, or what they loosely call autopilot, it's not a bad system. I've used it in other modules. I used it in the DC3, and it worked fairly well. It's, rudimentary autopilot used to help maintain your altitude, level flight, and your heading. But that being said, the one in this aircraft, the C46, it's much too twitchy. It's too sensitive. It's just not right yet. It is usable, but it doesn't work real well. And we'll see how that goes. Hopefully they're going to do an update to that. Naturally, with more modern aircraft, we have our GPS systems and modern avionics. This is an old airplane. I don't mind them having the Sperry system in there, because as long as it works right. This does not appear to work right. But I got to tell you, with all that being said, hand flying this aircraft is easy, and she's so docile. She's easy to trim. You can fly with just very light finger pressure on the stick or yoke, whatever you use. And so for shorter flights, hand flying is fine. But I have a tendency to like to make long flights. Today's flight was only supposed to be 400 miles. I had to divert because I was running out of fuel. When I landed, I only had about 60 gallons in the right wing, and couldn't even get to the left wing. So, all in all, really enjoyed the flight, and I also hope you enjoyed the flight, and I hope you enjoyed many more to come. So until next time, this is Bug Eater 64 with my opinions, and we all know what those are worth. And as always, remember, safe flying.